Hello everyone, in today's video we'll be looking at the garage tools which are in the props categories. It has a folder size of about 1.36 gigabyte and goes for around $30 normally. Going to the first showcase level, getting a closer look at the props. You can see the details are, for me, it's very good. I don't know if it comes through the video compression. The golden mask. I mean, the details are just phenomenal. Looking at the lightning only view mode, there are a good amount of details on the models themselves. And the collision, I personally don't like it. Could be better. The wireframe. Looking at the folder structure, first we have the blueprints, which have the assembled parts and the separated mesh parts inside the blueprint folder, the levels, the materials, the meshes. They're all separated into their own folders. The textures, which have the base color, normal, RGB mask. The red is for dirt, green for dust, and B for edge wear, and RMC, which are roughness, metallic, and the color mask into RGB respectively. As for texture dimensions, we got 76 4K, 3 2K, 1 1K, and 1 256 lookup table. Only two textures have alpha channel for translucency. As for the meshes, nanite is not enabled by default. For the vertices, there are, I think all of them are below 13,000 vertices. These are for the assembled part or single pieces and not the separate pieces. The materials, only few are more than one material, no extra UV channels, and for most there are 5 to 6 LODs. Looking at the UVs, starting with the angle grinder disc, it may appear that there are some wasted space, but there are not, because the texture is being shared by the different discs. And you can see it's very well packed, no wasted space. There are few parts that are overlapped or reused. This is more makes it more apparent. Yeah, there are no textures being reused or overlapped in the same UV space, unfortunately, for that model and for most. That could have led to lower texture dimensions. And I think the logo companies are imaginary, but it would have been really nice to give you the option to change them as well. Looking at the materials, the first one is a post process. The second is like a background. This is for the translucent part, and this is the master material for all of the props. There are material instance folders, and for each prop I think there are a couple of or at least one variation for that prop. For example, this one, and we can see the maps here. You can change the metallic, roughness power, normal intensity. You can make it stronger or just flat. Changing the brightness, the contrast, the hue. The hue should be in like 0.1 increments or smaller. I don't know why vector 3 wasn't used instead. Saturation. At 0 it should be black and white only, but not in this case because hue gets added after it. And the blend color. Then we have the three layers: dirt, dust, and the edge wear. Without it, it looks clean like this. With the dirt added, we can change the color of the dirt. We have the diffuse blend. We can change the metallic, the metallic of it, roughness, all of those, and the intensity gets changed. And as for the dust, got similar parameters. Okay, and for the edge wear, which is my favorite. I mean, this is such a nice addition. I wish almost or all of the packs had this. It gives you the control. As for the blueprints, these are the assembled part. There are no logic in them, but they are correct pivots, and they are assembled in blueprints with correct transform. I forgot about, yeah, I'll get into it. The only blueprints I found that have logic is this blueprint spline that's used for the cable. And the thing I forgot about the translucent material instance. So let's show you can change the opacity. And you can notice that the translucent part is not the screen itself, but it's like the window in front of the screen, which is unfortunate. The whole thing should have been translucent. This is the second translucent part for the light bulb. Nice parameters. As for LODs, I talked about it has LODs. As for the other map, which I call it Showcase 2.0, it is like in a cinematic view probably. That's the aim. I mean, we can look at it again and appreciate the details. The brushed metal on that wrench. So I'll be honest and confess that I am biased toward beautiful stuff, and this pack is one of them. The modeling is top notch, texture is amazing, the separated functional parts are a really good addition, especially for things like VR, and their pivots are correct, and the assembled parts in blueprints are already provided with correct transforms. There are LODs, like I showed it towards the end. Generally, there are very well packed UVs with minimal to no wasted space. Material customization is excellent, and there are extra material instances provided with different setups. And on the not so good parts, we got the collision, generally not that good. And for the separated part, it was a little bit better, but still not good enough for me. The welding mask, as seen, the screen wasn't translucent, but like the film in front of it, it should have been translucent, and only few parts of the UVs were used. Nevertheless, awesome pack, definitely recommend it if you are in the market for it. With this, we've come to the conclusion of this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a great day.